Hello and welcome back to On the Bucket. Today I'm going to talk to you about the system for success.
Hi! 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 Hi!
Welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you enjoy learning about reptiles and having a good laugh, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
Hit.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it right now. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Hit.
Smash it. Okay. So basically, if you want to be successful at anything, you're going to need a system. If you don't have a system, you won't have success. So, let's talk about what that is. What does that really mean? It means that, like, if you don't... There are some people that are waiting for things to happen. Oh, you know, no one notices this, no one notices that. Oh, if only I was Brian Barchuk. If only I was Snake Discovery. Oh, they got featured on Snake Discovery. They got featured on Brian Barchuk, and now they took off. Oh, no one notices me. This sucks. It's terrible. Yep, that's how most of us are. Most of us feel that way. So then you have to say, is that going to be why I can't do it? Are you going to continue to make excuses for why you can't succeed? Or are you going to come up with a plan? If you come up with a plan, as long as you slowly get better, that's all that matters. You don't need to do super amazing, and usually the things that are built slower will last longer and they'll be built better. So just to kind of put things into perspective or give you an example, I decided to start making YouTube videos. I decided that last year. Now last year I had 0 subscribers basically. Now I have about 350. It took me a year to do that. Is that a lot? There's another channel I know that just had like 8,000 followers. So it's just like they're doing a better job than me probably. Or people like that person more. And that's good for them. And there'll always be people doing better than you. There'll always be people doing worse than you. So don't worry about what they're doing. Focus on what you're doing. Say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to succeed no matter what. That's kind of the attitude that I try to have. So I've never really done this type of stuff before, so I just decided I'm going to do 1 video a week. So for 2019, I did 1 video a week. And near the end of 2019, I decided I'm going to start doing 2 videos a week. And now, usually I'm doing about 3 videos a week. I try to do a video on Thursday, on Sunday, and on Tuesday. And that's definitely helped. Like you have to think of it like this. When you're doing YouTube videos, don't think about it like you're doing it for yourself. You are doing it for yourself, but think of it like this. You're working for YouTube. The longer you get people to watch YouTube, the more YouTube will help you. Then YouTube will work for you. When YouTube sees that people are watching your videos longer, then they're going to share it with more people. And that's basically how it ends up working. So for the past year, I've been studying YouTube probably more than anything else, because how am I supposed to succeed on YouTube if I don't understand how it works? So, same thing with like anything. Like I've decided now I want to start working out. Today I'm on day 23. So I'm doing basically a 30-day challenge and then a 60-day challenge and then a 90-day challenge. But if I don't get up and do it every day, nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to keep my belly, and eventually the belly's going to go, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just doing what I have to do to get there. So there's something I like to call the snowball effect. Okay? It starts off very small, and slowly it rolls. And if that snowball starts rolling down a hill for you, it has to get bigger. There's no way that it can't get bigger because it's gathering as it's going down. But if you don't push that snowball, as small as it is, down a hill, it's never going to roll, it's never going to grow, it's never going to get bigger. And if it gets stuck somewhere, you know, or that's the end of the hill, that's as far as it's going. So it's like you have to constantly, you have to keep going. You have to see where you're going to be and where you're going to go. If you, not like imagine that you're going to do very well and you will. No, don't imagine. Do something. Make something that works for you. So I moved out of my home when I was 19 years old, and I took care of myself from the time I was 19, basically. I had to pay all my own bills, do everything for myself. So that taught me, hey, if I don't make enough money, I'm not going to be able to pay rent. So the most important thing was always my rent. If I have enough money to pay rent, then I have enough money to do whatever else. But before paying rent, I can't do anything else. I can't have any fun. So by the time I was 25, I thought I'd open a hair salon when I was like 22. But it didn't happen till I was 25. Because it wasn't till I was 25 that I knew I'd be able to pay the rent. If I could pay the rent, then I could succeed. Some people go into hair salons. Like, hair salons is a business that lots of the time fall apart. But lots of people say, oh, I'm going to open the fanciest salon in Yorkville, and people are just going to be driving in here. They're going to be coming in, so they open a fancy salon in Yorkville, and no one comes in. Why? Because no one knows them. So it's like, you can't build a business and think you're going to succeed. You have to succeed before building a business. So that's kind of how I've always looked at it. With my hair business, with reptiles. So I said I cannot open a salon until I have enough customers to pay for that salon. So when I was 25, I opened up a hair salon, and I slept on the couch in the salon, and I did that for 3 years until I was able to open a bigger one. And then now, basically, I don't really care about that as much. I have a tiny salon that's open on Friday and Saturday. I do all my work because I've grown a clientele over about 15 years. And the rest of the week I spend time with my daughter and I work on the snakes. But with the snakes, they were never really thought of as a source of income. It was a hobby that I enjoyed. And I think that everyone should be able to have a hobby that they enjoy, whether it's reptiles, sewing, painting, cooking. You should be able to do something that you can enjoy, that you can make money off of. And eventually, if you're good enough at it, one day that hobby could end up becoming your job. But you should never go into a hobby thinking it's going to be your job. You should, keep it as a hobby. Enjoy it. And then later on, you'll continue enjoying it, especially if it becomes a job. Then you're getting paid to do something you really enjoy. But if you go into something like this thinking, oh, I'm gonna spend $100,000 on snakes, and then I'm gonna make this huge business and make a ton of money off of it. You won't, because you'll have all these expensive snakes, but nobody knows you. You haven't built a reputation. You don't know how to take care of these animals, and it's gonna be a big mess. See, by starting slow and getting one snake here and one snake there, I even bought more snakes than I should have. But by the numbers growing every year, it's at a pace that I can handle it. And you get used to cleaning them, you get used to caring for them, handling them, spending time with them. When you start off with a small collection, you really can take really good control of everything. You can really learn to understand what works the best. And I think we get caught up so much on, care sheets and what everyone says, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. There are guidelines. There is no perfect way of doing anything. There's ways that work for me that might not work for others. There's ways that work for you that might not work for others. And other than the things that we really are not supposed to do, we probably shouldn't do. But learning to kind of see the animals and how they behave and their condition, that takes time. We have even for instance feeding regimens. Are we going to feed them on the schedule? Yeah, we can do that, and you do that for the first few years until you kind of see the snake and you're like, oh, this one's getting a bit chubby. I'll give it a little week off, or this one's getting a little thin. I'm going to up the size on its meal. We don't have to follow regimens so perfectly. It can be nice and it's great to start that way, but as you continue, you start seeing what really works. So what really works is what works for you, and it might not work for somebody else. So I guess the thing that I just wanted to talk about today the most was that instead of worrying about what other people are doing, focus on what you're going to do. Look at this picture of my YouTube over the year. So whether people like it or not doesn't matter, because it's growing because I set up a plan to make it grow and I started doing it. So now no matter what anyone says or anyone does, my YouTube's going to keep growing. My business is going to keep growing. And nothing can stop that because I'm not going to let anything stop that. I'm just going to do the plan that I have set, and people can say and think whatever they want, but I'm going to do it. And if you have that attitude, then nothing will stop you either. You know, no matter what. Well, people can go through hard times and then give up. But are you going to give up? Or are you going to give it your best and do what you plan to? Thank you.
Yeah, that was wonderful, wasn't it? Now make sure you
Circle.
yeah, click the circle.
Yeah, I did.
And then watch this video or this one.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yes. It's not that hard. Which one appeals to you more? Is it this one or is it this one?